Hey guys, Nicole Cooper here doing my daily vlog. Some days it'll be every day, some days it might be every other day. But today I'm on target for vlog number 3, and it looks like these are becoming pretty popular. And I think that it's helping a lot of people too. I get a lot of people asking for help and guidance and all that stuff on how to build their business. And so I guess this is a great way to connect, let you guys know what's really going on, share some of the things that I am learning along the way, some of the things that I'm doing. And I started off in one direction yesterday and went off in a totally different direction, something that I do often. But I was talking about transparency, and I was talking about the importance of it and kind of how it's been my, I guess, my secret weapon to success online. When you're honest with people and you kind of let them know what's going on, and you show them the way, it creates trust. And that's the power of internet marketing. And so I do these vlogs for a couple of reasons: to connect with my team and show them that I'm leading by example. I'm actually doing what I'm telling them to do. And then secondly, it's to connect with people who are trying to learn more about me. A lot of times people who are following you and want to join your business, they kind of want to check you out. And this is a great way for people to learn more about who I am, what I do, how I work, and all that stuff. And then third, for a lot of people who follow me who might be in Empower Network or in other businesses and they want to learn from me and they want to get on the phone, but I just can't do that. It's a great way for me to kind of guide people as a whole, sharing with them some things that they can do for themselves, for their personal business, and get them going. So anyway, Nicole Cooper here from MakeMoneyWithNicole.com. That's MakeMoneyWithNicole.com. Want to learn more and connect with me more, go on over to that site. But yeah, today I really want to kind of do an update on where I am with my business, and talk about productivity, because I'm learning a lot about business, and getting started online on the internet. It's one of those things. I was thinking today, it's like when people think about what it is that we do, it's like you own your own business, you work from home. People kind of associate that with do what I want, how I want, when I want, and don't really have any rules involved because they want to be their own boss. And then the truth is that you can be your own boss, but you do have to run your home business like a business. You have to be very productive. And there's some key things that I want to share with you guys that I've learned that has been beneficial to me, and actually getting my business going. The first thing that I've learned is to get up like you're going to work and put some clothes on. um, I used to love being able, well, when I was pregnant, it helped that I could be in my bed and work, and that was cool. But I learned something about working in your pajamas. It actually makes you lazier and you're not as productive. And then how you start your day is how you finish your day. I noticed that if I started off my day on the couch, in my pajamas, I kind of acted like I was on the couch. My performance and all that stuff, it just wasn't there. And mentally, my mindset wasn't right. I was in relax mode. However, when I got up and I got dressed and came to my desk, I'm in my office. This is my office. I have two offices. I have one upstairs. And then when I ended up getting pregnant and was on bed rest, you guys probably heard that story. I couldn't walk really well. Um, I could barely walk at all. So my husband brought my office downstairs. So I ended up with two because I would also be right down the hall from my husband, my son, while he slept. So, but I have an office in my house. We actually turned our formal dining room into our office. So this is my office. I have like a bookshelf and stuff over there, stuff on the wall. Um, so this would be considered normally in a house a formal dining room. We actually turned it into office because who uses formal dining rooms? Not us. So anyway, I found it's very important to wake up in the morning like you're going to work and actually have a schedule. I usually have a to-do list. This is actually from yesterday, and as you can see, podcast number 2, podcast number 3, and some other things. These are like my primary things to get done. All of this was just stuff that kept popping up in my head. How do I do that? Okay, stuff that kept popping up in my head that I need to get done, personal stuff. And because yesterday I didn't finish what I needed, I just picked back up where I left off yesterday, and I had to finish my podcast. As you guys can hear me talk about that, I had to shoot a couple videos and things like that. But I keep a checklist, a to-do list of things that I want to do. I actually have a checklist, that I put together of income producing activities that must get done every single day. That is what makes me money. On that checklist is emailing my list. That's priority. In the internet marketing business, it's all about building a list and converting those leads into sales. And that's what we do all this marketing for. You see me promoting my website in the midst of this video because I'm trying to get you to opt in and join my business. That's how we work. So the goal is to everything that you do in a marketing space, whether it's videos, articles, blog posts, paid ads, Facebook posts, tweets, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever it is, the goal is to always drive people to your website and get them to opt into your website. Once you get them to opt into your website, it is your responsibility now to connect with them and keep them in front of your business. And we do that by sending out what we call broadcast messages. You have your email autoresponder messages, and then you have broadcast follow-up messages. That's something that you automatically type up for today to go out right now. Your follow-up is messages that are already pre-written and kind of go through a series of sequences where day one it sends out this message, day two, so on and so forth. But I do both. So the priorities on my list for the day is to broadcast my list 2 to 3 times a day, and then to at least write a blog post or shoot a video, because those are my marketing methods, and then also Facebook interaction. That's pretty much how I built my business. I don't spend a lot of money on paid advertisement because I don't really know what I'm doing. I kind of stick to what I know. A lot of times in internet marketing, you can get overwhelmed with a lot of information. And then I know even in Empower Network, there's so many people who have different trainings back there that are doing different things, from media buys, solo ads, pay-per-click, all these different things. And it's real easy to look at what everyone else is doing and try to emulate them, but you can't do all that at one time. What I generally tell people is find 1 to 2 strategies. If you work from home full time, find 2 strategies so that you can produce enough content, and only focus on those 2 strategies. I actually have 3. I have my blogging, I have my Facebook marketing, and I have my video marketing. And what I've learned to do is learn everything I need to know about those 3 things. So now I'm learning about Facebook pay-per-click, Facebook sponsored ads, Facebook image ads. I'm learning everything I need to know about Facebook, and that's all pretty much where I'm putting a lot of my focus, as well as video marketing and blogging. So when it comes to video marketing, I'm learning about video pay-per-click ads. I'm learning about search engine optimization for videos, and a lot of other stuff that I'm learning, backlinks and link pyramids and link wheels and all these different things that are connected to videos and video syndication, and then blogging, same thing. My goal is to master what I do well. That's it. It's not about me trying to learn how to do all these different things and then have yourself all over the place. And that's why today I really want to talk to you guys about being productive. Productivity is critical because I read something that talked about you really only have 2 strong hours of peak energy a day. That's 2 hours of peak energy a day. And what that basically means is that the hours in which you're fully in tune and engaged in what you're doing, and your ability to comprehend and focus is very high. You have a high percentage of rate of focus. However, as the day goes by, it begins to get reduced. That energy level gets reduced. And for me, it's first thing in the morning. When I take my kids to school, usually my husband takes my kids to school. When he takes the kids to school, I'm getting dressed like I'm going to work. And I come straight into my office and I'm focused. And during this time, guys, I'm not playing around on Facebook, seeing what everybody else is doing. I do not turn on my phone. I turn my ringer off. I don't answer my phone. This is not social time. I don't let people just call me and want to talk. I'm not going back and forth on text messages. I don't do any of that. My husband is usually home. He doesn't go to work till the afternoons. So if I have to do something that requires filming or anything like that, either he makes sure that he doesn't make any noise, or I'll go upstairs in my closet. And if I have to do any audio production like I did today with podcasts, I'm in my closet and I'm actually focusing on getting what I need to get done, because my husband knows that just because you're home, this really isn't time for us to just chit chat and hang out either. This is my time to work. And so I'm very, very focused with what it is that I do. And I actually have a schedule with how I run my business. That's why when people want to talk and they want, can you call me real quick? No, because if I do that, I have like 10 people doing that for me to me every day. Can you give me a call? Can you give me a call? I just need to ask you a quick question. What happens is if I get on the phone and you ask me a quick question, that's going to go from a 5-minute conversation to a 30-minute conversation. And if I do that 4 or 5 times a day, that's 2 hours of my productivity time going into that one question that you had. So what I've learned to do is put systems in place that answers people's questions, whether it's me shooting a video that's answering a common question that a lot of people have, or having a website where you answer those frequently asked questions. Whatever it is that I need to do to make sure that you have access to whatever it is that your question is about, and I can just send you there as a reference and people can get what they need there, then it starts automating the process of people getting what they need to make a decision, a buying decision to buy my product or partner with me or whatever it is that they need to do. But the point is, when it comes to being productive, I do not let people interrupt my time. My phone rings like crazy. The day I went upstairs and I was shooting a podcast, and I had tons and tons and tons. You guys can see all this, stuff coming through on my phone. I don't check voicemail. I'm not checking text mail. I'm not doing any of that. Only thing I stay in tune for is if it's an emergency, if it's my mom, if it's my kids, or if it's my husband or my mother-in-law. Like there's, family. If there's something like that. Other than that, I'm not letting other people dictate my day by, I need to talk to you real quick. Can you call me? Can you do this? I just really got to ask you real. No, I have I have standards that I put in place for my business, and that's another thing you have to learn how to do is learn how you want your business to function. Do you want to live your life by everyone else's emergencies, or do you want to be able to live your life where you're able to focus on what you do well, and then you put systems in place, but you have rules for your business? My rules are I will not be interrupted in my productivity time. My second rule is I'm not going to hop on the phone just because you need to ask me a question real quick. That's not going to work. My other rule is that I'm not going to have social hour in the midst of my work day. Because I work from home doesn't mean I don't work. It means that I work from home, so I'm working. So I'm not going to get on the phone and have social hour and talk about the latest gossip of reality shows and all that. I don't watch TV. I don't even really listen to music because I can't focus as much when I have a lot of noise going on. I like to be, my house is quiet. I like to be, very zoned in with what it is that I'm doing, and that allows me to focus. Now, with that said, there are key things that I need to get done every single day, and I talked about that a little bit. The broadcast, whether it's shooting a video, doing a blog post, whatever it is, but that's what makes me money. Is producing some content, making connections with my audience and my in my list, building a relationship with them and connecting with them, and then from there, once I get that stuff done, and I can work on other side projects that I'm working on. The podcast is my content right now, and the reason why is I've shared with y'all a couple of vlogs ago is that basically that podcast is going to become my content for multiple distributions of content. I believe in content marketing very strongly. I will be honest with you guys. When you talk to the big boys who make the 7 and 8 figures, a lot of these guys don't do any of that. They buy their marketing, they buy their leads and all that stuff. And I haven't learned that yet, so I stick to what I know. And what I do know is content is king when it comes to the internet. The more content you can put out here and the more time you can blog, write articles, and create valuable content and get yourself in the search engines, the more you're going to begin to connect with people who are in your target market that's going to buy what it is that you have to sell. So right now, my podcast is being converted into multiple streams of content where I can actually start getting a lot more information out there. And that is going to create organic traffic. Organic traffic is when people Google stuff, your information comes up on the first page of Google or the first couple of pages of Google because the content is content rich. It's exactly connected to what that person is looking for. And so that's what my focus is creating a lot of valuable content where people can find me because I'm able to provide and educate them through the different sources of content that I create. So my podcast is a priority, and so that's what I accomplished today. I've been spending a lot of time on these podcasts because I'm prepping them in advance, and that's going to be a major, major source of business for me. You can generate a lot of leads and things from podcasts. The podcast world is phenomenal, and it's like I said, it's a kind of an underground thing that a lot of people don't know about, even on a listening side. A lot of people don't even really listen to podcasts, and if you want to get some good information, you need to listen to more podcasts. I have tons of them. I have the app on my phone, and I have tons of them that I listen to on a daily basis. Um, so it's the podcast app is here on my phone. You can't see it, but I have tons of podcasts that I'm following and I listen to in my car. I listen to while I'm cleaning my house. I'm always listening, but these are like all the different podcasts that I follow. Great, great podcasts. One of my favorites is Smart Passive Income with Pat Flynn. So anyway, I'm always putting myself in position, guys, to treat my business like a business. A lot of people look at what we do and they think it's just time to slack off and make tons of money and that we don't work. As a matter of fact, I work pretty hard. I do work smart, and I don't work hard in a laboring kind of way. I work hard at a production kind of way where I'm producing things. I'm producing videos. I'm producing podcasts. I'm creating content. But it's because when I'm looking at my business, I'm looking at it being a 7 and 8 figure business. When you see the Marie Forleos of the world, the Ali Browns, the Lisa Sasoviches, you see all of these different major industry leaders. I look at them and I see myself. I know for a fact that I'm going to be a 7 and 8 figure earner. I know I'm going to be doing major seminars. I know that I'm going to write books. I know that I'm potentially will be on an Oprah show, her new version of it. I look at myself as being on a Good Morning America, on a Today Show, because I made a decision to master my craft. I know what I'm doing is exactly where the world is trying to go. So when we look at technology, when we look at internet, anything that's internet commerce, e-commerce, a lot of these businesses are trying to figure out how to make money online. And I also spend a lot of time learning and reading and watching trainings and researching, so that I can be educated and informed about what it is that I do, so that when people talk to me, I wow them because I'm knowledgeable, because I know my stuff. So why am I sharing that with you? Because, you know, people look at the kind of money we earn and think that once you make that money, you kick your feet up and you stop. To me, I'm working 10 times harder now, because I have the money, the resource to start investing in my business to get it to grow. So I'm not taking a vacation because, oh, I done made, X amount of dollars and now it's time to kick back. Guys, listen, when you do what you love, it's not considered work. It's actually considered an amazing adventure, and it just so happens that you get paid for it. But that's why it's so important to immerse yourself into what you're doing, and find elements of it that you love, so that you can truly be plugging away at it and you can get things going. And that's why I still work the way that I work. Most of the time, it only takes me to work an hour or two on my business to do the business stuff for my Empower Network business. But I'm still here at my desk. I'm still, I got to sit down now. I got to go produce 2 to 3 more podcasts. So I got to sit down and write my notes, do my research, outline exactly what I'm going to cover on that topic, on the topics. I have some blog posts that I got to finish up. I have some things that I got to delegate to my team. So I still work. I still work. I might work, sometimes 5, 6 hour days. But on my business, the thing that really makes me money with Empower Network, I am only working an hour or two a day. But then there's times where I'm learning, I'm watching the trainings back there, the 15K formula, which is killer, by the way. If you don't have it, you got to get it. But I'm spending a lot of time on my plan, on my business. A couple of other tips about when you're working from home is that, I work on my desktop. I've learned that my laptop, when I'm working and my head is down, I get a lot of muscle strain in here, and my neck aches and pains. I've literally had to start going to chiropractors because of working on my laptop. So I had to let my laptop go and only work on it at the desk. Sometimes I'll work, but even if I'm in my bed and I work for a couple of hours, it's a lot of pain. So if you have a desktop, I have a Mac desktop. Work on it, and it'll actually help with your pain in your neck and stuff. And also take breaks. I run my day like a schedule. I just had lunch, so I eat lunch. I'll have breakfast. I gotta get away. I try not to eat at the desk unless I'm working on an intense project. But take a break. Give yourself a chance. Go walk around the house. Go walk around the block. Um, you know, do some things. Let your blood flow, because sitting here all day, you can gain a lot of weight, but you can also put a lot of stress on your body and on your eyes. My eyes have gotten a lot worse, since I've gotten into internet marketing. I actually had LASIK surgery, and when I started working on the internet, my eyes reverted, and now eyes back to glasses. How about that? And because I had LASIK surgery, I can't wear contacts anymore. Um, so anyway, but that's it for today. So let's talk about results. What did I accomplish today? Today was a good day. A lot has been happening. I think, just getting back to the basics. I shared getting back to the basics, that my business is starting to pick up. Before, I was coaching to the point where I really wasn't working on my business. I found myself telling people to do stuff that I wasn't making time for myself to do. That's why coaching can be dangerous. You got to be very careful that you're not on these phones and all that, but just get people plugged into your system and let them follow the system. Today, as for signups, I've already had, it's only 3:30. I've had a good day today. Something going on. It's just popping. And you know what I did different today? I just posted on Instagram. One of my partners had $1,000 commission. I think I got a lot of business off of Instagram today. So today I've already had 7 new business partners join today. And it's only 3:30. So this is my biggest day ever since I've been in the business. This will be the biggest day ever, of having 7 new partners in one day, and I'm hoping I can hit 10. My goal is to get 4 to 6 a day, and my goal is starting to manifest. As I mapped out a plan, it's starting to happen, which is pretty exciting. So that's good. I'm excited about that. And then my earnings so far for today. I don't know what I closed out with yesterday, but today, oh, it's not showing up yet. I still only have April 3rd. That's weird. So my fourth isn't showing. I don't see any commissions for today, which I know I did because I had so many signups. But for some reason, it's not showing yet. So I can't talk about what I earned um, today. So I'll probably share that with you guys on tomorrow. And on my blog post, I'm starting to share, my results and things like that. And I'm typing them out. I need to hurry up and get that done. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys and let you see what it is that I've accomplished today. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining in on this vlog. If you want to partner up with me, go to makemoneywithnicole.com. That's makemoneywithnicole.com. Nicole is spelled Nicole, or click the link below. All right, y'all, time to go. Got more productivity stuff to get done before I got to pick the kids up in about an hour. All right, bye.